Hello, welcome to my video and to my channel. Today in this video we will start to create the user router with the models and with the DB interactions. Okay, so let's start to create a separate folder which I will call routers. I will create it as a module. Okay, and I will add routes file. You can call this file whatever you want. I call it routes because I like it like this. Well, I will import from FastAPI API router, and this will be the main router which we will use. So from API router equals API router, and we will create the user route. Here also from FastAPI API router, and we will create user router which is called API router, and I will add prefix users, and I will add some tag users. Okay, and I will use this decorator post method of the instance. I will create a route register, so I will use this to register the user. So I will create a synchronous function which will be create user. Okay, and for that I will write pass, or I will save this file and I will import from routers.user, or maybe like this from routers import user route, and here I will include a router user route dot user route. Okay, I think it have to be like this, but we will see. So I will delete all the files. Okay, so one file was reformatted. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, so right now to continue we need the DB modules and schema. Since we will use Firestore as a DB, I will use Pydantic for two scenarios. One is to create the modules for the DB, and the schema. I will explain in details after that what will be the schema and the module. So the difference. So let's start to create a folder modules, and I will create again a module, and I will create user modules. Okay. So here I will use Pydantic as I mentioned. From Pydantic I will import base module. So I will create a class user base, which will be the base for the users. Okay, so I want the user to have first name, which have to be string, and I will add some metadata. Of course, there are a lot of ways to create Pydantic modules. I will prefer this one. You can always open the official documentation and see a lot of things related to Pydantic. I want to mention that Pydantic is written in Rust. Its core is written in Rust, and for that it's pretty fast. So I will add some restrictions. So min length have to be at least 2 characters max. I think nobody have more than 100 characters a name, and I will add some description. First name of the user. I will show why this is maybe important, maybe not, of course. Okay, so let's attend the last name. We will reuse the min length and max length. Last name, example job. And here for email I will use different field. I will name it email string, email. So here you can leave it like this, or you can write field like this. Actually these two syntaxes are equal, but I will add some metadata, and for that I'm using so description, email of the user, and example. It's not examples, I'm not sure why it's loading like this, but I will write like this. Okay, for example, John do okay. Password equals string, not equals, it's the type of string equals field. Okay, and minutes, maybe at least 6 characters, but definitely it have to be longer, but for now this is just a sandbox. So I will add min length, I will not add max length, I will add description, the password of the user, and example was 1, 2, 3, just whatever example you want to add. Okay, so I will use here the solid principles, and I will make a interface segregation. So I will write user create, and I will use user base, and I will write pass just to distinguish the create class with the base class, and here I will create another class which is user ID base model. Of course here we have two ways, many ways actually, but I want to do it like this just to show multiple inheritance. Class user which inherits from user base and from user ID. Okay, and here we write pass. Okay, so here we define our models. Let me just delete this file. Okay, and we will use these models for schema validation and for database models. I will stop this video since I want to create this tutorial with short video, so I will continue with creating of the DB operation on the next video. Thank you.